Oh, we got something spicy today. I'm outside, set up on the picnic table, and we're gonna do a little bit of vehicle combat in GURPS. Saw a post on the Reddit forums there a while ago, somebody asking for examples, if there were any examples of vehicle combat. And I got thinking, I don't think I've ever done a vehicles combat example on my channel. I looked, and sure enough, I never have. Haven't played a lot of these, maybe one or two in my entire life, to be honest. But here we go. Let's do kind of a simple. Well, this will pretty well include all the rules out of the basic book, anyways. Let's check out this scenario. We've got both drivers. Maybe I can move that down so you can read that a little better, huh? Might be better. There we go. Both drivers have a drive skill of 13. One's driving a sedan, and the other's driving effectively a semi-truck. It's the Winnie the Pooh honey truck, actually. The semi-truck, the cement mixer truck, has a dodge of 5 due to his skill of 13, and the handling of the vehicle is -1. And the sedan has a dodge of 6. They both have the same move, same top speed, same acceleration. That's a weak, crappy sedan. Let's say, well, it looks kind of like a Beetle, doesn't it? We'll say that's what it is. How's the acceleration on those vehicles? I've never driven one. We'll say, let's change that. Let's say it's got an acceleration of 3, at least. There's no way that the cement mixer can accelerate as fast as the car. Let's double that. Let's put that up to 4. There we go. We can house rule. I'm the GM. I can do what I want. The hit point / strength of these vehicles. The cement truck, 104. The car is 53. Okay, here's a scenario. We're bombing down the road. We're at 50. We're at 50 move, say. These guys come up, pull up the side. This guy's just bombing along, minding his own business. Looks like we're driving in the UK, actually. Whatever. This guy comes up, gets up beside him, and starts shooting. Actually, okay, North American rules here, road rules. Driving down the correct side of the road, this guy comes up behind, pulls up, and the passenger leans out the car with a pistol. Tries to shoot the cement mixer driver. Poor guy, he's just trying to go deliver cement. What's up with that? Okay, the car, we'll use the red for the cement mixer. The car guy takes a shot. This is a no penalty for range, almost point blank. However, shooting from a moving vehicle on good road, this is a highway we've got here. This curly part is the shoulder of the road. This is highway. It's got a -1 to hit. No range modifier, however, all that is exposed is half his torso and his head. We're going to give him a -3 to hit. He's got to shoot in that window. Here comes the shot. He's got a -4. He's got a gun skill, we'll say of 13 as well. Needs a 9 or less. Squeezes off 1 round out of the pistol. Needs a 9 or less. Fails. Plank into this door. Into the door or somewhere into the truck. Of course, this guy kind of spazzes out. We'll say he doesn't bother to try and dodge. He can have a dodge attempt with the truck with a dodge of 5. If he doesn't want to bother trying to dodge, that will just it can possibly go poorly. He'll take the shot, but of course on his turn he's thinking, well, I'm bigger than these guys, and he's going to wheel it into this guy. So he will make a drive check. Needs a 13 or less. Nothing special about this move. He's going to just his acceleration is 2. So that means he can accelerate 2 hexes per second. So basically, I'm going to use his acceleration he'll have to accelerate a bit to lean into these guys to keep up. Otherwise, he'll kind of, actually, that might be pretty cool, but he's going to try and cut them off like that. So he'll go, we'll say he's in this hex, so he's going to try and move there. And so as they're moving, he's going for something like this. So here's the attack roll with his truck, 13 or less. This thing is smaller. We'll incur a -1 due to size difference here. Okay, so he needs a 12 or less. Oh, he hits a 12. Cement truck coming in for the smash, for the collision. This is going to do some nice damage if he manages to hit. And he will have to make a control roll after that to hold on to it. So he's just kind of doing one of these like this, okay? He's going to try and We'll see if he pulls out of it. Okay, and this guy will try to dodge. He needs a 6. It's hard to dodge. Oh, whew, he fails brutally. He takes the hit from the truck. Now, this is where things get juicy. The hit points and strength of these suckers. So velocity is only 2. Okay, he just wheeled across 2 hexes. But for the collision damage, we take 2 times the hit points of the sucker, or the strength of the sucker. That's 2 times 104. So that's going to be 208, and we divide that by 100. So that is 2.08. So that's 2d6, which isn't a ton, but that's a good chunk. 2d6 damage going into the side of the sedan. That's 6 damage. And I forgot to write down damage resistance on these things. There's no way that it says that they have the same DR of 5 each. Well, the sedan has 5. We're going to say that the truck has 8. There's no way. There's no way those damage resistance are the same. Well, whatever. Use the same metal on the doors and the cabins, I guess. But anyways, okay. So he does 1 damage to the side of this car. Now they both have to make bugs out here. I guess that's the hazards of filming outside. They both have to make a control roll to try and hold on to their vehicles. I should also write the handling statistics on these vehicles down. So here we have the handling on the semi-truck. She doesn't handle too well. It's got a -5 on his piloting check. So, or sorry, -1. So the cement truck has to roll a 12 or less to hold on to this thing or lose control. Stability rating on each of these shows if you fail a control roll by that much, by more than that, you lose control of the vehicle, and that's a catastrophic failure. Something happens, you flip the vehicle, you roll it, or if you're trying to dodge something, you hit it, stuff like that. So in this case, we're going to roll the vehicle if we fail by more than this, okay? Luckily, the cement cement truck is pretty stable, so we've got some room for air. So I need a 12 or less to hold on to that cement truck, keep her on the road. Oh my goodness, and he fails. He does not, okay, so he failed by 1, not the end of the world. Oh no, I needed a 12, sorry, that's a 12. He makes it just barely. He holds on to it and comes out of smack and straightens up. This guy just got hit for some damage there. Only 1 hit point, though, after DR. Okay, and this guy, the car, is now going to try and make his control roll. Keep control of that vehicle after taking a bit of a nudge from the cement mixer. And he rolls a 8, well under his drive of 13. He's got a handling of 0 modifier, so he has just to roll a 13. Holds on to her, and at this point, he's going to... his turn, he is going to probably just slam on the brakes. He can do so safely by 5, I think it is. Yeah, he can do so for his basic move. So his basic move is 4, so he can decelerate by 4, dropping back 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. He'll just come back to here, and then he will swing it. So 3, 1 back 2. He'll come back 2 and swing over 2. So he'll reposition to here and perhaps try to come up the other side. This guy, we'll just say he kind of continues on over, trying to get away from the gunman. So he'll hug this side, so it'll be a harder shot in this side. That's his turn. They're both under control. Nobody's doing anything too crazy. I'll make him make a driving check just to punch it. He's going to try to accelerate right up. Right, yeah, he can do that, no problem. He'll drive up. He'll get over here this time. He's going to stay a little further away and take the shot. The passenger will take the shot, that is. -1 for a road with a handgun. Non-mounted stabilization kind of stuff. He's got a bit of a farther shot. He's got to shoot across the cab, so -4 this time instead of -3, okay? So that's he's going to need a 9 or less. He rolls an 11. Puts another shot into the cabin. Okay, this time the cement mixer driver, Okay, he's thinking. He's got a better idea. He can push the envelope. He's only got an acceleration of 2. So 1, 2. He can 1, 1, 2. He can't quite make it over there in the single turn. So he'll push the envelope for every multiple of his move that he wants to extend his turning or his deceleration or whatever. He suffers a -1. Okay, so he's going to double it. He's going to come over here on his shoulder, forcing a control roll. He needs a 12 or less to hold on to it. He hits a 12. He gets a little shaky there for a second, and then he peels it over. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'd be, okay, he's going to have a -2. He needs an 11 or less to then come all the way over. Oh, he nails it. The cement mixer truck, man. He's got some mad skills behind the wheel. He comes over and really really beans this guy here hard this time. 1, 2, 3. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he just effectively moved, we'll say 4 hexes, okay? That gives him a real nice multiplier. For collision damage, we go velocity 4 this time, hexes times strength. So that's going to be 4d6. 4d6 damage into the car. The car will try to dodge. Needs a 6. Not a chance. He cannot dodge that cement mixer coming at him. Let's see. Could he decelerate? No, I believe that would be a dodge. Nope, he can't do anything. Here comes the damage. Okay, we've got 11 damage this time. So he's taken 1 already. 11 minus 5, he's taken another 6. So he's up to 7 damage on the car. That's fine. It's got 53 hit points. It's just maybe dinged in the other door now. Both doors are just inoperable at this point, perhaps. Make a health check. Yep, no, the doors are still fine. They still will sort of open. He slams into them. They both now, after the collision, must make a control roll. So he made that hard control roll to do that hard turn. Okay, now he doesn't have minus other than his handling problem, so he needs a 12 or less. Mr. Cement Truck rolls a 10. He is fine. The car, it took 7 damage. That's not enough to throw it off. You always go, I believe, for knockback. We'll just go by knockback rules. It would have to be like 50 damage to toss him off the road. So let's see if he holds on to control. Control roll, fine. This guy holds on to it too. Okay. Now, this guy, it's his turn. He's going to attempt to jam on the brakes again. He's going to try and step on it. That's what he's going to do. Step on it and try to pull away. Just a simple control check. He can accelerate faster. So we'll say, let's rewind them back here. He can get up to 4. And this guy can only do 2 if he tries to match. He'll try to accelerate. Yeah, simple. Okay. He can only get 2 more ahead of him, though. So he was, where was he? Okay, so this guy, so he pulls up 4. Yeah, okay, so on this guy's turn, he can come up too. And he's going to try and just just shove him into just off the road. We're just going to make a contested, well, he's going to make a control roll. He needs a 12 or less, the cement mixer. Aces that with a 5. He's going to, yeah, he's just going to push, and then we're going to then do a contested strength roll, I think. And we know who's going to win that. I don't think rolls matter at this point, unless this guy, unless the car critically succeeds. I don't think he's getting out of this, because then we just, oh, gee, we just compare how much you made it by. This is me going off the script. I'm not sure if there's a rule for this actually, but we just compare the strength of these two. He's got 50 more strength than this one. So at this point, the car is trying to fight back, and this guy is just bearing him off the road as they go. He's going to attempt a dodge. That's all he can do at this point. And oh, he almost does it with a 7, but he doesn't get it. And he, as they're driving, he bears him off onto the shoulder, and as soon as he hits the shoulder, that's rough terrain. And then the car driver has to make a control roll, exceedingly harder as they get further and further off the road. Control roll with a -3 as he's shoved onto the shoulder, so we need the 10. Oh, and he fails it immediately. How much did we fail by? He needs a 10. His stability on the car is 4. He just failed by 5. Okay, at that point, this guy's bearing him off onto the shoulder. This guy catches some loose gravel, maybe some soft dirt. So he's so far off, and the car is about to flip. We'll make another control roll with he's still in rough terrain, so he's got another chance to recover it and not flip, but he will be skidding out of control. Needs a 10 or less. Oh, and he fails. He fails the recovery check, and the car goes flipping off the road as the cement truck continues on down the road, spilling honey down the road, I guess. But he is now in the rough. He will have to recover his roll, recover his control roll as the car goes flipping away. So his drive is 13. He's got a handling of -1, so he needs a 12, and it's -3, we said, so he's got a 9. He needs a 9 or less to keep control of his vehicle. Stability rating is a little bit better on this truck, though. Needs a 9 or less. Oh, and he aces it. This guy's a real jockey here. It gets a little rough there. He just barely makes it, and he pulls it back up onto the highway and continues on as the car goes flipping end over ends and into the weeds. And that, my dear people, is the easy GURPS example of vehicle combat. Roll on.